You want a 5.7x2.8 handgun, you want it optic ready, and you want to spend less than $600. Is that really a thing? Well, I guess it is now. The 5.7 Rock from Palmetto State Armory. But how good is it? Let's check it out. Hey, welcome back to the Walter Lover channel, everyone. A place where we discuss general gun and shooting topics. We do gun reviews, gear reviews, talk about competitive shooting, and I love Walther Firearms. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. Anyway, moving on. So what are we talking about tonight? We are talking about this. The 5.7 Rock from Palmetto State Armory, right? Safety first. I'm going to put the mag out, and this. The gun is clear. There's nothing in there, and the mag is empty because it's too expensive to fill it. But we'll get into that in a second. So the 5.7 Rock from Palmetto State Armory. What in the world is this? Well, we have got a striker fire polymer frame gun chambered in 5.7x2.8. Very interesting firearm. Now, if you're not familiar with 5.7x2.8, I'm not going to do a whole ballistics analysis or any of that crap because I'm not qualified, A, and B, it would take forever. It's a very interesting round, so go do some homework if you're not familiar with the round. Check it out. Up until recently, your options in a 5.7 handgun have been the FN version or the Ruger. That's it. Recently, very recently, FN updated the 5.7 that they make with an optic ready configuration, which is probably pretty overdue, and I know people have wanted that for a long time. But those are it. That's been your options up until now. And then Palmetto comes out with this thing, which is pretty interesting. So if you're not familiar with Palmetto State Armory, I have limited interactions. This is the first one of their firearms I've had my hands on. I have used them for some various other things and parts and uppers and stuff like that. I have always been pretty satisfied for sure. And they've been known to make a quality product at a very, very fair, competitive price, which I have always found to be true as well, and have had good experiences to date. But again, I haven't had any of my hands on the firearms until now. And we've got their 5.7 Rock, which is pretty cool. So real quick, we're going to take an up-close look at this handgun, and we'll come back. We'll talk about how it shoots, what's it's for, prices, all that jazz. So stand by. Let's take a quick look at it up close. See you in a minute. Okay, the 5.7 Rock from Palmetto State Armory. Here we go. There it is. How about that? First things first, we are clear. That gun is safe. So there's, folks, polymer striker fired handgun in 5.7x2.8 from Palmetto State Armory. Nifty logo. All right, so getting into this thing a little bit. Not much of a mag well, but I don't know that quick reloads are really going to be your thing with this firearm. The grip texture. Well, if I had to complain, that may be one of the few things I would complain about. It's almost like a really super duper fine sandpaper. There's not a lot there. Very, very smooth. So I'd like a little more texture there, but that's okay. Got our mag release. It is obviously set up for the right-hand shooter, and it is reversible for all you lefties. Nice big trigger guard. I've got a pick rail up front for a laser and or light or whatever busts your bubble. We'll get to the trigger in a moment. Moving up, we've got a stainless steel slide. Decent serrations in the rear. Some texture up front, though very far forward on the slide, as you can see. But relatively easy to manipulate the gun, for sure. Slide lock release. Normal placement, pretty big. My thumb gets in the way when I'm in a grip on this, so I don't get locked back, but that's pretty common for me. That's my issue, not the gun. Stainless slide. We've got a 3-dot non-night sight setup on this, but they are steel, which is pretty cool. And we'll talk about that some more. There's our optic plate cover, and we will get into that as well. Little texture on the side of the frame for your your thumbs forward, guys and gals, but there it is. That's what it looks like. Not too shabby. Obviously, we're curious about the trigger, so again, we're safe, no mag in the gun. Let's check out the trigger. Here we go. Reset. Right there. It's a very hard wall trigger for sure. So there's your take up. There. No creep at all. There's the brake. Reset. Brake. Excellent. Very, very good trigger for sure. So there you have it. Let's look at what this thing comes with for a second. You get this pretty darn nice case that it comes in. I have some much more expensive firearms that did not come with a case this nice, that's for sure. Holds the pistol securely, chamber flag. This is our safety lock. Nice little package for that. The gun comes with two 23 round mags. That's right. Two 23 round mags. Palmetto logo. They are metal. Interesting. Feel like they're decent. Kind of a pain to load. I'm not sure that that's really the mag. It's just a different round. I'm certainly not used to it, but got used to it. Loading it a couple times. But you get two 23 round mags with the gun. And then you also get some optics plates. That's right. You get two optics plates and, of course, the Allen tool to install those, if you will. We'll talk about what plates it comes with and the optic cut in a second. So there you have it. Palmetto State Armory 5.7 Rock. Sweet. Let's move on. All right, so now that we have seen the 5.7 Rock up close, the obvious question, how does it shoot? Well, if you've never shot the 5.7 by 2.8 round in a handgun, it's quite an experience, right? It's pretty loud, but minimal recoil. You can tell there's quite a bit of velocity coming out of these things for certain, but man, they are very controllable and very easy to shoot. As you're looking at some of this range video, man, it shoots flat. It's very smooth, and man, this gun is accurate. It's as accurate as you can be, for sure. It's good. The size is good. The weight is good. And it shoots pretty darn terrific. And if you look that up close video, the trigger was a huge surprise to me. And why was it a surprise? At the price point where this gun is, which we'll talk about in a second, I didn't expect the trigger to be as good as this one is. From the couple of folks that I was with that shot this gun, there was only one who kind of questioned the trigger. He felt like the wall was a little too hard. Now, I get where he's coming from, and I'll show you. Again, this gun is clear. Personally, I think it's pretty decent. Now, it gives you got to put a little bit of effort into the pull. We're not talking about the lightest pull on the face of the planet. Not at all. But it's crisp. It breaks clean. Personally, like the way the trigger feels a lot. Some other things about the gun. Comes with two 23 round mags, right? How cool is that? 23 rounds. So you got 23 plus 1 capability in this firearm, and they give you two of them. Another big bonus in doing my homework for this video, these mags are available from Palmetto, and they're only $19, $19.99, which man, that's pretty cheap for those of us that love some other different brands of firearms. Man, we pay a lot of money for mags sometimes, and man, $20 a piece is pretty darn reasonable. But you get two, 23 rounds a piece, pretty sweet. What would I change about this gun? I already mentioned the grip, right? I don't like the texture or lack thereof on this firearm. Bugs me. Actually, it bugs me a lot. But that's fairly easy to resolve, and I realize that I'm not I may be one of the few that feel that way. A lot of people will probably like the way this gun feels. The sights. So The sights are interesting. So this obviously being an optic ready model, I think the assumption is most people are going to put a red dot on this gun, which makes sense. So it comes with these kind of plain 3-dot non-night sights, which is okay. They are metal, which I like. They are not polymer sights, which a lot of the guns we love these days come with polymer sights. These are metal, which is pretty cool. But here's the other cool thing. These are any Glock compatible sights will fit here. So this thing will take Glock compatible sights, which opens up a plethora of choices for you if you want to change the sights, which I would probably do if I didn't put a red dot on the gun. Talking about the red dot, so she is cut for the shield footprint, direct to slide mount. They claim. I didn't try it, but that's what they claim. It's cut for the shield footprint, which is pretty neat. But they do also give you 2 plates. I showed those in the up close. Those are metal plates. One for RMR footprint, so your Trigicons and a lot of your Polisons and stuff will fit on that thing. And also the Doctor footprint, which will be a lot of your Vortex optics, things like that, which is pretty cool. Price. Let's talk about price for a second. So what do you think this thing costs? Now, listen, this gun is an unbelievable value. At the time of this video, this gun is $569. That's right, $569 for an optic-ready 5.7x2.8 handgun. Unbelievable value. Unbelievable. So, at the time of this video, your only remaining options for a 5.7x2.8 handgun remain the Ruger and FN. Now, the FN version, they just came out with the MRD version of their 5.7, which is their optic-ready version, but the gun is $1,300, right? So this gun is less than half the cost. Less than half the cost. Pretty unbelievable deal. Now, here's the other thing about Palmetto's firearms, which I recently learned. They offer a lifetime warranty on their firearms. So some people may say, man, I don't know how I feel about buying these budget or less expensive firearms and whatever. But man, with a lifetime warranty, what do you have to lose? So, man, it's just an unbelievable value. So by the time you purchase this firearm, reasonably priced red dot, man, you've got an unbelievable package for a fraction of the cost of one of its competitors. So, how can you not get behind that? It's just unbelievable value for the money. Absolutely. Who's it for? I won't get into that too much. So, the 5.7x2.8 round is an interesting one with the velocity. You have to do your homework to figure out what you'd use this handgun for. I would love to say that this would sit in my safe and this would become this everyday range toy. Here's the challenge. 5.7x2.8 is an expensive round, folks. If you haven't looked at it, right at the time of this video, the least expensive 5.7 I could find was right around 72 cents a round. So, I mean, if you're going to get out to the range and fill up your 23 round mags, man, that's expensive. So it's an expensive range toy for ammo. But the cool thing is, man, you buy a sub $600 gun, an inexpensive red dot, you're in this gun for probably less than $800. Leaves you a little room to spend some money on those golden bullets that you're going to send down the range. So pretty cool. I guess there's a home protection element here, things like that. But again, that will be up to the individual to decide. But what are my thoughts overall on this gun? I like this gun a lot. It was extremely easy to shoot. It's very comfortable. Again, I would need a little more texture, so I would do something about that personally. But the trigger feels good. You've got optic mounting plates. Man, I'm kind of blown away, folks. I am definitely a fan of this gun. So if I were in the market for a 5.7x2.8, there is zero question what I would do. I mean, I would certainly I would feel 1,000% confident buying this gun, and yeah, here it is. So, I mean, this thing's pretty amazing. I think you will dig it. Yes. So yeah, there you have it. 5.7 Rock from Palmetto State Armory. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. The channel continues to grow. It's awesome. I'll keep making stuff happen and reviewing some cool guns like this one. And yeah, we can continue to have some fun. With that, I guess I will see everybody real soon. Thank you again for stopping by and the ongoing support. I appreciate it. I'll see everyone real soon. See you.